Morning, everybody. We're back in the kitchen. Today I'm doing some mustard greens. These here are what I've already cleaned on, but I've just got these in some water. I put a little bit of vinegar in it, just some plain old white vinegar, 5% acidity. They're pretty clean. These plants are pretty mature. They're already going to seed. So most of these leaves were higher up on the plant. So they weren't down low where the rain splashed dirt up on them. But I don't know what's in the air. You know, I can't see that. You know, in any place that has pollution, I would definitely try to rinse your greens really well. But I just throwed that vinegar in this water just to try to help cut anything that may be on the surface of these leaves. Like I say, there's probably all kinds of things in the dust in the air, so that's really all I'm doing, because these didn't have a lot of grit on them or dirt. So I'm just trying to take a little precaution and trying to break loose anything else that may be on these leaves. And I'm taking this big center core out of the leaf. I don't worry about these side veins. I just want to get the bigger cores out, because some of these leaves are pretty large and they do have a pretty big core in it. But the leaf is still tender. So I'm going to finish doing this. I don't have a lot left in the bucket to clean, but I had this packed all the way full. As you can see, here's all the stems. This bucket was empty. So I'll get to finishing this, and then we'll show you what we're going to do next. I don't know if you can see, but water's hot, and I'm just going to start adding some greens to it. Get these all wilted down. I'll do this whole batch at one time. I'll just keep adding to it, stirring them around, because they will wilt down to basically nothing. Out of that 5-gallon bucket of greens, it might make a little over a gallon of wilted greens. So you have to plant a lot to get enough at one time, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile. Some of these will be in the hot water longer than others. Like I said, I'll just keep adding to this pot, stirring these down, and then I'll show you what I do next. Alright, so basically what I've done is I've blanched these greens. And the reason you blanch things is to stop any enzyme activity that would impart off flavors, bitterness, whatever, into your food. So I'm going to chill these down. I've got some ice water bath over here to stop any cooking activity, and I've got this barbecue tool. It comes in real handy. It's a multi-purpose tool. You can get a big wad of this. So I just want to cool this down, stop any of the cooling or cooking. Be careful, because this stuff is hot. As you can see, this was that whole 5-gallon bucket of greens. And like I said, I'm going to run this through my freeze dryer. At this stage, you can cool these down and put them in a freezer bag, a vacuum bag, and you can put these in your freezer. So I'm doing this because I don't want to introduce any extra heat to the freezer if I don't have to. So I put it in that colander just to make it easier to take it out of that ice bath and drain. It's already contained. I don't have to fish for it. Chase it around the sink, you know, to get all those leaves. So I just let this drain a little bit, and then I'll put it on some trays, put it in the freezer to pre-freeze, and I portion it out to what I would eat. I'm the only one that pretty much eats any greens here in this household, so I make them in small portions where I'm not going to have a lot of leftover. And all those stems I tore off of these. You don't have to throw them away. You can chop them up, use them in a soup stock, you know, just whatever you can find a use for. It's going to be a little stringy, kind of like celery, that nasty celery. So like I said, you can use them wherever you want to. I consider these a treat for my animals, so my animals get them. Okay, so this is the mustard after it's been through the freeze dryer. Check it for dryness. I try not to break it up too much. Just like I say, these are portions for me. Got 4 trays, 3 portions per tray, so that's 12 portions from a 5-gallon bucket of greens. Oh, so we got through the video. We've got the animals fed and watered, and you didn't even have to sit through any half-naked women. Don't be one of them.